Hello, welcome to another video demonstration of Map Business Online. Quickly now, we're going to try and talk about the data window. This is the data window in Map Business Online. I've just imported those blue dots, which represent Loretta's accounts here. If I wanted to, I could go in and change those to green and change the size, and then you'd see them on the map in green. There we go. And you can go in and choose, for instance, one of those points. You've selected those on the map, and you'll notice that that's highlighted in green, in yellow on the map as well. So the data window is very powerful in terms of being able to link that map view with the actual tabular data view within Map Business Online. We could also go in and look for any records within this data set that contain the word star, as an example, and just see those particular records. So it's going to take that left-hand column and it's going to select from there. And you can see this very left-hand column with the dots, and that tells you how well those records have geocoded. If we went in and hovered over that pencil, and instead of editing the properties of any of the data columns, we just chose to edit the address or the location, we could go in and see that it's really just by zip code, but we could move that data point to some other location on the map, and we could use maybe we could even improve it by editing the address here as well. So we could move it to another location, put it right there, and then save that new location, and it'll be more accurately located now. So let's go in and look at territory querying. So if we wanted to look at these territories that I've got on the map, I've got 3 territories established by zip code. You'll find them underneath that zip code layer. So we have county, state, zip code. More layers available right there on that Add Map Layer button. But you've got zip codes here with 3 territories that we've created: Boston, New England South, and New England North. So if I wanted to, I could go in and look at this Boston layer, target Loretta's data, and see how many of her records are found in that Boston data set. So I'm using that yellow puzzle piece to query it. I'm going to then call this Loretta Data Boston and create a data set. And so now I've segmented that data layer, and I can filter it on the map and just look at just those items within that Boston territory. And so it helps us to just view certain things on the map when we use that filter data on map button that you see right there. And I'm going to just uncheck that. So now we've done a little bit more work. Again, there's that data window button. We pull that back up. And the next thing we're going to do is use the filter button. So we could use the filter button to find any particular column of data within the selected data that we've got on the map. So if I went up here and chose to, again, look at Loretta's data from a holistic perspective, and I chose a column within her data, let's say mailing city, and let's say that that's going to, mailing city is going to be, let's try Worcester, if I can spell it right. And so within Worcester, there are 2 accounts. Just one way of using that filter button. Then we go back and uncheck that. And we'll try again. And this time, we're going to, instead of querying Loretta's data, we're going to try and build a zip code out of a zip code territory out of a range of zip codes. So I select that zip code layer, which has got all 35,000 plus layers around the country. And I go into the filter button and I choose general. This is general data that's included within Map Business Online, and I choose the zip code layer. And then I'm going to say greater than or equal to 12,500, and I'm going to go less than or equal to 12,550. So now we're looking at New York zip codes between these 2 zip codes, and let's filter it and see what we get. So we get 39 zip codes that are within that range. And so then we can create a marketing list or territory out of that list. We're going to call that territory 5. Going to create that. And we're going to make that the color blue using this color box. And that's now, this territory here is in blue, so let's go back and look at that. I think what I did was I changed the color on the zip code layer, and so I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at just that territory 5, you can see, and you'll see that's selected down here. So there's territory 5, those are those zip codes that I just created into a territory using the data window. Again, you've got the ability to manage the territories a little bit here. You can go in and I could delete any of these. I could go in and change the name from territory 5 to NYC suburb and make it whatever I wanted to. So that's another way to use that that particular data set. And then one more thing I'll just show you here is if we took that Loretta data segment that we had segmented before, we could then build a route, an optimized route with some of the all of the data within the data window, and that would then create an optimized route, which is editable. You can go in and change the stops and work with that route on Map Business Online, but that's going to show up behind everything here as a route on the actual map application. So I wanted to thank you for taking the time to review this video with me, and go to mapbusinessonline.com and take our free trial, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.